What's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is your guy, Mr. Live, coming at you direct once again for week 3 of the NFL schedule, Thursday Night Football. And for this Thursday night, we got a divisional game on our hands, y'all. Pittsburgh Steelers traveling out to play the Cleveland Browns. Should be an interesting game. Not really sure how it's going to turn out, but let's go ahead and talk about it, y'all. All right, y'all. So let's take a look at this game now. Break it down like we always do. See which team's going to come out on top. First things first, 5:15 Pacific, 8:15 Eastern is kickoff, and the game's going to be being played at First Energy Field. Both these teams, I think, have got something to offer. Both of them want to prove that they can win. Divisional game, man. They gotta get a win. So let's break them down, see which one's going to do it. Starting with the away team, Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, so after 2 weeks of football, the Pittsburgh Steelers are sitting at 1-1. Last week in week 2, they played the New England Patriots, where they unfortunately did lose the game with a final score of 17-14. Mitch Trubisky, what can I say? I think he is what we thought he was. 21 of 33 for 168 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Najee Harris had 15 carries for 49 yards, and their top receiver for the game was Deontay Johnson with 6 receptions for 57 yards. In the game against the Patriots, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers offense struggled a little bit, to say the least. They got a field goal in the second and a field goal in the third, although the defense might have kept them in the game so that offense could have an opportunity at the end of it. However, like I said, they did end up losing the game, but they got a quick turnaround. They got a divisional team here in the Browns coming up, so they're going to have to get it together quick. All in all, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers offense has some pieces there that they can use. Najee Harris is a solid back that I think if he gets some more carries, can definitely open up the field a little bit with the play action. Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool. I think with these two receivers, if they can get a little time to work some of the longer routes, we might be able to see a little action to them. But that does start with the run game. So I think they're going to have to lean on that heavily. Like I said earlier, Mr. Trubisky, he may not be the starting quarterback that you want on your team, but he is what they have currently. And they're going to have to work around his weaknesses. On the other side of the ball, the defense, they're playing well. Like I said, they played well enough to keep the Steelers in the game late so they can actually have a shot. So if the offense will score a few points, this defense, I think, is good enough to stop the other team, most other teams at least, and make it a game, give their offense an opportunity. They did have 1 interception, so obviously if they can get more turnovers, give the offense more opportunities to score the ball, or who knows, even score the ball, the defense themselves. But either way, if they can do that, that's just going to give them a better chance, of course. So that might have to be what they look for. But it's never a good thing to rely solely on your defense. You are going to want your offense to score some points. So again, like I said, I think if they rely a little bit more on the run, try to get that established, that way to open up the play action. You got to help your quarterback out. You got to help him out. So I think if they can do a few of these things, let that defense do what they do, hopefully get a few more turnovers, and I think they could definitely see themselves winning on Thursday night. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Cleveland Browns now, their offense, their defense, see if they have an opportunity of beating the Steelers on Thursday night. All right, so the Cleveland Browns, also after 2 weeks of football, have a record of 1-1. And they're coming off of a loss that's real hard to stomach. They had the Jets where they wanted them in the fourth, but the Jets somehow pulled it off in the end, scoring 17 points in the fourth. I think 17 points or 14 points, something like that, in the last 2 minutes or something crazy. So whenever that happens, it's going to be a little demoralizing. You're going to feel a little down. But nevertheless, just like the Steelers, you got to turn around quick because you got a divisional game on your hands and you're going to have to win it. You got to get on that winning track. So let's take a look here. Now, Jacoby Brissett in week 2 was 22 for 27, threw for 229 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Nick Chubb on the ground, carried the ball 17 times, had himself 87 yards, and got himself 3 touchdowns. Standout receiver was Amari Cooper with 9 receptions, had 101 yards receiving, also had himself a touchdown. So as you can see, I think the Cleveland Browns overall played themselves a good game. I'm not really sure what happened in the end. Maybe they thought they had it. They got a little lazy. The onside kick was definitely the thing that did it. So maybe we have to look at the special teams a little bit as to why they lost. Because overall, the defense played pretty well. The offense played well. They had some mistakes here and there. Sure, what team doesn't? But you would have thought they played well enough to win the game. Unfortunately, again, they did lose 31-30, but with the players they have and the weapons they have, I think they're more than capable of winning a few more games. The Pittsburgh Steelers are coming into town, and I think the Browns are going to be ready for them. I think the Browns might be a little bitter over that loss, so hopefully they can use that as motivation this week. I think the Cleveland Browns defense, they can have themselves a good game against the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. While I think the Steelers offense does have some nice pieces on that side, I think potentially one of the weak spots could be the offensive line. So I think the Cleveland's defense can get after Trubisky a little bit, make him make a mistake or two, get the ball for their offense to score some extra points and bring them the W. Nick Chubb always out there doing his thing, 87 yards in this last week, 3 touchdowns. Really, what more can you ask for? Averaging 5.1 yards. Not to mention you had Kareem Hunt with 58 yards. When you have those two in the backfield, defenses are going to be more inclined to stack the box, which means you might get some one-on-ones on the outside. You've seen Amari Cooper had over 100 yards. And of course, this is all without Deshaun Watson. Jacoby Brissett's doing a great job, I think, holding the team down, holding the offense down until he gets there. But can he do it this week against the Steelers? We shall see. Let's go ahead and get to the prediction now and see which team I think is going to be taking this win home. All right, man. So prediction time. Who do I think is going to win this game? The Cleveland Browns or the Pittsburgh Steelers? I think both of these teams have a lot to offer, and I think they're going to come out, like I said, and play a hard game. They're both 1-1, coming off losses, tough losses, and it's a divisional game. It's a divisional game. They're going to want to get that win on the other one. At the end of the season, this is what it comes down to see who's going to win the division, who's going to get those wild cards. So they're both going to want to win this game. And I could see either one winning, honestly. I could see the Steelers winning. I could see the Browns winning. However, when I think about it and I look at what each team offers and how each team played in the first 2 weeks, I have to go with the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns here. I think their offense is good. They did make some mistakes. Same thing goes for the defense. I think their defense is good, and they made a few mistakes last week. Honestly, I don't think they should have lost to the Jets. They should have won that game, but it's football. Things happen. You got to look at the tape. You got to get better, and I think they could do that. I think they have the capability of doing that. They're playing home against the Steelers, so I think they're going to win this game. I think the defense is going to be able to get in the face of Trubisky, cause him to throw an interception, possibly 2. And I think that's going to be the difference. I think they're going to get a turnover or 2, maybe even a fumble, who knows, but I think it's going to be an interception. I think 1 interception or 2, putting them in good field position, getting them the difference in the game, pulling out that W for Cleveland. So if you think I'm right, let me know in the comments, man. If you think I'm wrong, definitely let me know in the comments, man. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Follow your boy for more videos like this every Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday night games, trying to cover those for you. And if you want to talk about it, hit a comment down below, man. Let's talk about it. Other than that, you already know the motto, man. Have a little fun. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.